work properly. So let me check that one really quick out. I hope you guys can hear me correctly. And here we go. Had something with the camera, didn't want to connect. I don't know what was it. It looks like now should be okay. Yeah, the whole thing was not working correctly. So let's hope now everything is okay and it's a nice mood. Just give me a second, guys. And thank you for everybody for joining in. And I think now everything is okay. I did add one of my old cameras just to try it out how it works. So we have a side camera as well. Yeah, I'm testing it out at the moment, Ron. See how it works. Sometimes it's good to try new things out. And I remember I told you that I was trying to do this for some time now. So this is the top part, the translucent resin. And this is not finished yet, so I don't think we're going to work on this one today. So I'm going to put it aside. I just want to show out of how the whole piece looks. And then we have the bottom part, which is mostly done. And then this is the middle part. And then we have all the small pieces that are ready as well. So I'm just gonna put it a little bit together so you guys can see it. Yeah, this is from behind here. Now this one I still have to give a satin varnish. So this is how the whole base is going to look like. Yeah, I'm gonna try to do the window a little bit smaller. Hey, you don't move. How about now? It's better this way. Hi, Simi. So I moved the small camera a little bit higher. We will see. If it doesn't work, we're just gonna take it off. So now these ones I have to give some varnish, satin varnish on it, so it's not as shiny as it's at the moment. It's really shiny. These other pieces already have the non-shiny varnish on it. This is all good to go. So now I'm going to do the same thing, get a glove. And then start dry brushing. So I hope, Ron, you're feeling a little bit better. You were saying that you've been sick for the last couple of days. I hope you got some chance to rest up a little bit before the weekend. It's the worst thing to be sick over the weekend. It's good because you can get some more rest usually over the weekends, but that means it's not too much that you can do. I'm psycho. How are you? Nice. That means you have some free time, and that's always good. You're gonna fight through it, huh? That's the spirit. Oh, by the way, your Punisher short, it's really, really cool. Ron, I hope he's going to do well. Thank you very much, Psycho, for joining in. Much appreciated. Hey, Jerry, how are you? Haha, that's always nice if you leave work early. And now this is mostly the same process as was the wood on the last live stream. So as soon as we move on with this one, then we can start working on the figure itself. And that will be probably Monday. Now, dry brushing, it's not always the most fun that we can have on painting a statue, but it does give some depth to the sculpt and to the paint. And we always like to do that. Okay, so we have this part over here. I don't want to skip it, so just want to make sure that I'm doing all the wood all over the place. By the way, Jerry, today I managed to print the base for Omni-Man. I printed it all translucent resin. I had to do an extra cut on it so it fits okay on the build plate. But it was a pretty simple cut, so I'm happy that I'm done that as well. Hi, Swedish Forge, how are you? And guys, if you're just joining in, thank you very much for choosing my channel. And make sure that you hit that like button. It's much appreciated. And it does say to the algorithm that this is a pretty cool channel, so we try to grow. So again, thank you very much. And at the moment, I'm painting up Jean Grey from the X-Men. The files are made by Polymine Studio. You can find the link in the video description if you're interested. And at the moment, Cardoso will release soon, actually in a couple of days, on the 10th of September, will release his new Venom, which I'm already thinking to painting up. It's a really cool Venom. And yes, I already have two Venoms, but I will add this to my collection. And by the way, I'm not sponsored by All Mine Studio. This is just my opinion and how I feel about the sculptures that they're putting out. Ron just did Punisher from them, and he was really happy. And I really like how the Punisher came out as well. So congrats, Ron. Yeah, it's always good to test out your prints before you print them if you can. Now we almost at the part that where I'm going to apply the wash. I'm just going to do a little bit under as well because some of the parts you can still see it from the bottom. So I just want to give a really nice coverage to the wood. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Ron. Okay, so now I'm going to start applying some wash on it. And for this, I'm going to use a bigger brush from the start this time. So, guys, any plans for the weekend? So this is just literally off my printer, and you can see it's really clear. And now it's not cured yet. It will take just a little bit to. I cure it, I don't cure it fully more than 1.5 minutes. Anything after that, it turns it's really yellow. But even sometimes, if it goes yellow after 1 minute and 30 seconds, it will go just a little bit yellow. But then in a couple of days, it's gonna go back to be the bright, crystal clear, I will say. Yeah, but to be honest with you guys, I think I keep saying it to everybody. I think it has to do a lot with the what type of resin are you using as well. I'm using the clear ABS, anycubic ABS like professional resin Pro 2, and I have to say I've been using this for a really long time now. I would say around almost a year, and I'm really happy with the results. Never had problem with it. I did use the Sunlu before, and with that one, I had some issues, I would say. But since I moved to this one, I'm really happy, and I'm not planning to change anytime soon. So it does matter when you do the last curing for how long you leave it. So that's an important part. If you do some over curing, then yeah, it's gonna turn really yellow. On the build plate, mine it's even clearer than here. Here, when after I clean it up with the alcohol for a couple of days, it goes a little bit more cloudy, but then it turns again. Since I found this ABS any cubic one, I never really had any complaints about it so far. And to be honest with you, I hope it's going to stay like that. I used a lots of resins, Alagu, Sonlu. I think I used at one point all of the brands because I've been doing this for so long. And usually I'm trying to stick to a resin for a longer period. I switch off from Sonlu because I couldn't really get it here through Amazon to deliver it. And because everybody was buying Sonlu, so it was always sold out. And then I decided to try this one, and yeah, really happy. Any Cubic, I'm looking for a sponsorship. If you're interested, hit me up. I'm been advertising so much on some on any Cubic Sport that at this point they have to sponsor me. I was saying to Ron the other day that always when I'm doing a statue, I'm ending up with a huge base, and sometimes the base takes up more work than the figure itself. Now I will call this kind of a mid-size base. It's not the biggest, but it's still a quite a lot of work on it. So when I'm going to do Omni-Man, that one actually the base will be a little bit more simple. There will be just some clouds, so that will be a little bit easier to paint up. But yeah, for some reason, I always choose to do really complex bases, and I have to say they look really good. And now lately, Ron keeps telling me that I should start installing lights in the base as well. Maybe because your lights on the calibration, the UV lights are not as much on because you print less. That could be one of the things. I'm not sure how the GK Uniformation GK3 Ultra printers are working because I never had the honor to own one. I'm pretty sure you can find a workaround it, Jerry. It could be something simple that just a couple of settings you can change it. I told you as well, if you want to use this type of resin that I'm using, I can give you my settings. And Ron and the Bean 3D done the same thing, and it's worked perfectly for them. So if you're ever interested to try it out, I will be more than happy to help you. Now, guys, I don't know if you noticed, I didn't mention it till now. I just wanted to see who's going to notice it first, but looks like nobody noticed it at the moment. Nobody put a comment in saying that I used the wrong color. So I was saying, if you want to try out the Anycubic resin, I'm not sure which one you're using at the moment. I remember you told me, I think you're using Anycubic, but I'm using the Anycubic ABS like Pro 2 version. So I don't know exactly which one you're using, but I think you're using the Anycubic clear resin as well, as far as I know. I can give you my settings and try it out that way and see how it comes out. Yeah, definitely. I hit you up later and then we sort it out. Aron and Bean, they had the same thing with the yellowing resin, and as soon they done the same settings. And Bean has no Ron has the Anycubic M7 as I do, but before I done the same settings on my Saturn Ultra 3, and it was okay. And Bean, he has a Lego as well, so for him worked as well. So it's not just the printer, it's the resin and the exposure, of course. And then for how long you cure it on the final cure. I think that's really important as well. I just pour it over here so I can apply it a little bit faster. Okay, now this looks done. I don't think I missed any of the spots. Okay, so I'm going to dry it up now a little bit with the hair dryer. Or using Sunlu, Jerry. Yeah, the again, Sunlu it's not bad, but for some reason I'm more happier with the Anycubic. So that could be a reason as well. It could be Sunlu actually. I have to say, like when I used Sunlu, it wasn't too yellow, but it was more yellowish than the Anycubic. And again, guys, I'm not paid by Anycubic. I wish I would paid by Anycubic to advertise it so much. I'm just saying it as it is. They're not sponsoring me or anything like that. That would be amazing if they did. But it's just a good resin, and it works really good all around. So I'm praising them because they do work. By the way, guys, remember a couple of weeks ago, I think 2 or 3 weeks ago, I told you that I bought some Orcish Dermot, and I bought it from Elemental Games from UK, and they sent it to me, and then never arrived. And today I got an email from them saying that the post was sent back. The paint, they sent back the paint, and they don't know what to do with it. And I was waiting for it because always from the UK it comes a little bit slower because it's an import. And I was waiting for it, and then today I got the email that all my paints were sent back to them to UK. So that was a weird one. And I'm gonna take the gray paint now because this one has a couple of rocks hidden. So I'm gonna paint those ones up really good. I'm gonna paint those up really quick, I meant. So I'm gonna do it as usual, just a quick coat to cover up most of the rock, and then I'm gonna come around with a smaller brush and just do the cuts really nicely and tidy up everything. At the moment, I just want it to separate all the different colors out and go from there. So Jerry, how is the painting going? Did you get a chance to try out the new spraying boot that you built? Okay, and now this is done. I'm gonna dry it again a little bit with the hair dryer. And now I'm gonna take this Tamiya panel liner, and I'm gonna do some liquid skill on this. So I'm just gonna apply it in the deepest parts of the sculpt. Just want to give it a little bit of a depth to all this amazing sculpt that the guys put in it. And we want to make this floor to look a little bit more old and walked on. And let's face it, this Tamiya panel liner always helps out with that. Psycho, you said that you watched two Jean Grey videos. You watched my previous video, or you watched somebody else painting Jean Grey up as well? I'm curious a little bit. So if you're still around, let me know if you don't mind. Oopsie. He was painting up Wolverine, no? He was doing Jean Grey? Oh, his statue. Ah, okay, okay, okay. I got it. I got it. Yes, yes, yes. You're right. He has the his statue. Yeah, yeah. You're correct. I forgot about that. I didn't get a chance to check out his stream. Yeah, because the of the time. Yeah, the time zone difference. It's a huge. I will not say problem, but sometimes I don't get to watch other people streaming. Unfortunately, now ground affected. It's in the same time zone as I am. So what I'm doing now here, guys, I'm just applying a little bit of liquid scale, just to give a little bit of depth of the floor over here. And I'm going to show off a little bit the difference in a couple of seconds. But as you may heard it before, liquid scale, it's really good to give some small details to stand out a little bit more than otherwise. But you have to watch out not to overuse it because it can ruin your paint as well in the same time. So always try to apply just a little bit, and then if you need to apply more, you can always go back. But once if you apply too much, then it will be a harder process to fix it. Just make sure that you know what you're going with and then apply it accordingly. So as you can see over here, this one already the details are standing out a little bit more. So here it doesn't have any uh, Tamiya panel liner, the liquid skill, and over here has it, and then the ground it's already looks a little bit better. The floor, the wood, it just gives these more details and it just makes everything look a little bit better. And then after this, I'm still gonna go over and do a couple of things. Uh, don't worry. Now, and let's get back to this and just keep going with the panel liner till I'm finished all of it. That's not as good when you're not at your desk, Psycho, and you don't have the internet. That cuts back your usage by a lot. But I mean, you're in work, so it kind of sucks a bit, to be honest. But I'm pretty sure you have a lots of other perks that make up for that. To be honest with you guys, I'm still surprised that these days the internet is still so hard to access in some of the parts of the planet, kind of in a way. You would think by this time the technology catched up and you have perfect internet connection everywhere. Ooh, and I dropped it. So I done something different on this part of the base, and I wanted to see if you guys noticed it. I didn't say anything yet. Uh, just to actually maybe see who's paying attention at all. And I want to see it. I'm going to show it to you in the end of the video if nobody brings it up. Oh yeah, I understand you there, Psycho. Yeah, that's fair from them as well. Being away from home for so long, yeah, some people will rely on the internet. That's all I'm going to say. Nothing wrong with that. It's just that some people will, yeah, abuse it kind in a way. Yeah, that kind of makes sense when you say it out like this. I have to ask this: it's only male crew over there, or it's a mix? Psycho. I don't even know if there are females on oil rigs, so I have no experience, any clue of that. So that's why I'm asking. 124 euro of Patreon membership. Yeah, that's something, man. You went all in. Ah, stalling. It's nice. No, it work correctly. Stalling. I remember, like at one point, it was like talk of the town, but now nobody's talking about stalling anymore. So I was always wondering if it's work as it's advertised. It's great. Oh, that's good. You see, back in the days, like every news was about stalling, and now because everybody's hating Elon Musk, nobody's talking about it anymore. I'm trying to go as fast as possible with the liquid skill, but it's a lots of details on the base. So I want to make sure that I get every part of the sculpt as much as possible. Yeah, I really like Zaz, but I had to cop it for the couple of months as well. I went with Tanuki now and Polymind. I really like Zaz Studios, but at the moment it's just not too many models that they doing that I want actually to paint up. But otherwise, Zaz, it's I think it's really cool. They're doing lots of good work. I always like to swap between the studios, so don't stay too much on one side. Just every couple of months change it out, get something new, discover more artists. There are so many of them at this point. When I started, there were no Patreon back that day. It was really hard to get files. You had to go on eBay sometimes and all these dodgy sites at the start, and they will advertise you a picture of what you wanted, but then when they send you the file, there will be something like totally different. And I had this argument with the guy as well. I got a Cyclops. This was ages ago. And he goes, "Oh, but it's the same model." I was like, "Yeah, but it doesn't look like anything, the one like in the picture. I understand it's still Cyclops, but it looks nothing like the one I bought." Oh yeah, Jerry, hope to see you in a bit. And if you don't make it back, don't worry. We're gonna have the chat later on, and then we'll see if you can sort out your clear resin issues with your printer. Hopefully, it's going to work. Who knows? Maybe you have to change the resin. Yeah, we will see. Okay. This looks okay to me. So I'm gonna let it dry a little bit. So I'm gonna heat it up a little bit with the hair dryer. Yeah, when you have a friend on Patreon and you have to want to support him, that's really nice. Psycho, what does he do? Like painting, or he puts out STL files? Oh, and what's his name, if you don't mind me asking? What's your friend's Patreon's name? Yeah, I know him. I know Visual Studios. I did work close with him as well on the Batman and on the Levi from Attack on Titan. Yeah, I did recommend you Visual Studios a couple of times, Ron. He done a really cool Cable now, and he done somebody else this month. I know it's Cable and somebody else, but I don't remember the second character. And the Cable is really, really cool. Yeah, Levi. And I done the Batman as well from him. And the Batman is really one of my favorite Batmans. I want to, because I printed the Batman in 1/6 scale. So actually, I want to print him in 1/5 or 1/4 scale. That Batman, it's really, really cool. Yeah, I like he's different like all of them. I was trying to work a little bit close with him, but he stopped talking to me for a while. So I don't know. Maybe I upset him for some reason. I hope he's not upset on me. I did like to work with him closely, so he's a really good guy. I really really like his work. Yes, I told him as well. He's doing a little bit too much. He stopped talking to me around the Wolverine. I was trying to give him some ideas, maybe to do it a little bit differently. And then even now, like back in the day when we were working together on the Batman and everything, he like we were talking daily. And I don't know. I'm sorry if I offended him in some way of shape or form. That wasn't my intention, because I was give him feedback on the statues. But then he kind of, I know when he starts working, he's really focused on his work. He's really heart and soul over there. But I don't know, feel we got disconnected a little bit. And I tried to reach out and talk to him, but I know he's busy in the same time. So I'm I'm sorry that we don't talk as much anymore. Okay, and now it's time to finish up the stone. And the last time I used this blue wash on it, so I'm going to do the same thing. Yeah, there are lots of like small, really cool STL patrons out there, and then a lot of people don't know about them, and they got swooped under the radar. And I feel so bad for them because they don't get the right attention sometimes. And they have more pressure than bigger studios because they have to put out more models, so they attract more eyes. That sometimes doesn't help. Sometimes less is more, and that's what I was trying to tell him as well. Sometimes it's just better to do one or even two statues. At one point he was doing three statues and in a month, and I think that was a little bit too much for him to do it at once. And I know this was his main source of income, as far as I know, so he needed to do that as well. But again, too much sometimes doesn't help. So I will try to reach out again to him and see how he goes, how he does. Yeah, I agree with you, Psycho, over there. And again, he does some really good work, especially the Batman. It's one of my favorites, Batman at the moment. So now, guys, if you don't mind, I'm just gonna show out really quick his Batman that I painted up. Again, I really love this piece. So this was made by Visceral Studios. Now has a little bit dust on him at the moment. I'm going to take it off the base. So trying to fit it in under the camera as much as possible. Now it's a little bit dusty, don't mind the dust. But again, this is an amazing Batman. And I did print out the one without the cape. You can do the one with the cape. He has that as well. But I wanted to make a leather cape for him. And I still have the leather. I already bought it. I just have to make the cape. I used to be a tailor, so I'm quite good with that stuff. And if anybody's interested in this Batman, if you want something like really nice detail, and I enjoy so much working on this Batman that it's amazing. And I have Attack on Titan from him as well, but this is again, it's one of my favorite Batmans out there at the moment. And this is the base. It's really simple, but it's really nice. done as well. I have a video on my YouTube channel, on my main channel, the full paint up on him. But again, amazing sculptor, guys. If anybody's interested in a cool Batman, he has a Wolverine, has Magneto, and a couple of more. And now, because I showed off Batman, I'm gonna show off Levi as well. So this is Levi, and it's from Attack on Titan. So again, the base, it's simple, but it's so nice. The details that he sculpted in, the grass and everything, I really love this piece. For example, what turned me off from Wicked from years now, it was the base. They were too complex. They were too much happening. But his are really nice. So this one has a cape as well. This Labby as well. But I made a cloth. And again, this one has some dust on it, so don't mind the dust. I didn't dust it down for some time. And again, he does some amazing sculpts, guys. So make sure you check him out. Visceral Studios on the Patreon. You can find him on Instagram as well. Yeah, he's a cool dude. I really like him. Okay. Swedish Forge, I saw you entering, but you're quiet today. I just wanted to ask, did you finish your Spider-Man, or are you still working on it? Look, again, I was really happy working with him, and his work is really amazing. So I don't see why I will not do that. Like, he deserves, and I keep telling him as well, he deserves way more than what he got. I think people stick with the big Patreons and they don't check out the small ones. But the small Patreons usually do better work sometimes because they have to prove themselves that they are up there with the big ones. What I was looking for, yes, I was looking for the gray. Actually, I'm going to dry brush this. Yeah, and especially those ones, there are a lots of, like, because you make it life size, they will have lots of lines. Yeah, I hope you're having fun. Can't wait to see the finished product. Okay, I'm gonna call the stones done. And now I'm going to start doing the highlights on the wood. So I'm gonna do some edge highlights, and I'm gonna use a brighter brown. So I'm gonna use this one. You see, the thing is, uh, if we don't share their work, uh, the ones we paint up, then who's going to share it? It's always up to kind of the painter to share a little bit the love with the artist. Otherwise, sometimes, again, as I said, people will just stick with the big Patreons, which is almost like a corporation in a way. So I'm always trying to help out as much as I can. Now, sometimes I know I could do a little bit more, so I always try my best to show off the work. Now, guys, do you have any plan for the weekend? Are you gonna go do something, or you just gonna stay home with the family, relax, and enjoy? Are you gonna go to the cinema or something like that? I still didn't get the chance to see the new Spider-Man movie, so hopefully I'm gonna get a chance to check it out. If not, in worst case, gonna watch it when it's going to be on Disney Plus. We'll see. I heard really good things about it, so oh, by the way, Ron, did the lights arrive? Did you get the lights already, or you're still waiting for them to be delivered? Oh, yeah, so yeah, you cannot see. Yeah, it sucks for you because you see all the news, all the things, and then you're kind of stuck in one place. Yeah, that kind of sucks in a bit. Yeah, apparently done really good at the box office as well. But I mean, it's Spider-Man, so most of the people will know about him or will love him. So, and Tom Holland does a very good job. That's fair play to you. Oh, hi, Murino. Murion. I'm pretty sure I butchered your name. I'm sorry. I have a little bit problem pronouncing names, so probably on the next live stream, I'm not gonna butcher it as much. Uh, yeah, it looks like this was planned out for me for some time. So yeah, and then Ground Affected does it because that's his model. I've been planning for this for the last 3 weeks to paint her up, and I just finished with my Gato from Jujutsu Kaisen, so it was just normal to start working on her. And then Ground Affected will paint her up because that's his model of the month. So yeah, guys, you're getting a little bit of a Jean Grey now. I didn't paint up an X-Men for some time now, and as maybe you guys noticed, I really like the X-Men. They are my favorite superhero team. And when I saw this, because I always wanted the Jean Grey, so when I saw it, I decided to get it. And it's just that now that when I finished Gato, it was normal that I'm gonna start on her. I didn't even know that Ground Affected was painting it up. So now I'm gonna just give it a little bit of a edge highlights over the wood where the wood looks like it's broken in pieces. So I just want to give a little bit of depth and details to the model. So yeah, I'm gonna go over a little bit on that. And this part is the biggest one, and it has the most cracked and broken wood. So unfortunately, that will take a little bit. But I hope this is going to be done by Monday. So on Monday, actually, we're going to work on the statue itself. And I don't know, guys, if you noticed, I always try to do different models on my live stream, not to do the same as everybody else. But that at this point, it's because there are lots of people doing models on live stream and everything, so it's almost impossible to not to do something similar. I wanted to do a Spider-Man, the one that the Swedish Forge is working on, but so many people doing it at the moment, I kind of had to put it aside. Because I wanted to paint up a Spider-Man. Usually people like Spider-Man, so they check him out. But again, it was just too many people doing that specific one, so I said it. I'm gonna put it on the bench for now, and then I'm gonna come back to it at one point. No, I'm not doing a life size. Again, I don't have that space in my house. So I'm gonna do a 1/4 scale. I think it's a decent size for me, and I want to do a little bit of a different type of painting on that one. I'm not gonna spoil it yet, so when I'm gonna do that and you want to see what I'm doing, just check back in. It's always appreciated to have you guys coming back. Oh, thank you, Swedish Forge. Thank you very much for joining in. Um, I hope you get better. I just noticed that you said that you're sick, so I hope you get better, and then you have a good weekend, and you actually can enjoy it. And if you're better, then I see you back here on Monday. Have a good one, my friend. Yeah, and especially now there are lots of models came out with Spider-Man because of the movie. I noticed, like, especially when a movie comes out and something related to the superhero, then a lots of artists they pick up and start doing it. And some of the work they're really good, but I feel sometimes some of the work it's rushed a bit as well because they want to be on it as soon as possible. And sometimes I feel like when it's like that, they don't give it the right time to work, so they rush it out. But some of the work they're really really good. So yeah, I really like the one that goes on the wall spider, and that's why I wanted to do that one. I used to collect comics. I mean, I still have still collecting some comics now as well. I used to collect the Spider-Man comics when I was a kid, and I used to have that one, and I was always so happy that I have that comic. See you Monday, Swedish Forge again. Thank you very much, bro, and I hope you get better. Around here, it's under the water as well a bit. Guys, if you have any question related to 3D printing or painting, please put it down in the chat, and I will try to answer them as much as possible. If you have any issues, any problems, something with your printer, you're looking for some colors, you're looking for some specific files, it's always good to share with your community, especially if you have some really cool smaller artists that people really don't know about it. Like we talked earlier about Visceral Studios. Uh, yeah, guys, go and check him out. He's a really cool dude. He's doing some amazing work out there, and not too many people know about him, unfortunately. And then, if you just join in, guys, thank you very much for choosing my live stream. Much appreciated. And make sure that you share it with your friends and family. Hit that like button. It does help out a lot, and it's just a small stuff for you. But it's a huge step for us content creators. Now, doing this edge highlights kind of a little bit if it's a time consuming process. but we are getting there. I would say we're around halfway done. And it's another reason, guys, why everybody's doing Jean Grey now. I don't want to spoil it for you, but eventually you're gonna find out. I did find out earlier than I wanted because I didn't see it yet, but I did find out that she's part of something at the moment. But I don't want to spoil it for everyone. So, and now looks like the chat got quiet a little bit. Yeah, they recast Jean Grey, and she wasn't really happy about it. I really liked her as Jean Grey, of course. I didn't like how they did the Phoenix, of course, in the X-Men 3 or the X-Men Apocalypse. And the new Jean Grey, she's okay. Maybe Ron, they're gonna bring her back because I don't know if you noticed, they bring back all the old characters in the X-Men, so maybe they're gonna bring her back or they're just gonna skip her. Who knows? Okay, so I still have this part to do, and I have this part here and in the back. So we're almost done with this. Oh, and I have some more of it in here. I forgot about this, but luckily I noticed. Yeah, I agree. Look, all the X Men movies, I have to be honest with you, they were a little bit shit, unfortunately. And I'm a big X Men fan, but I hope they're gonna do something better now. But maybe Disney just wants to introduce the X Men, so revitalize the Avengers. You see, Avengers was always the B class in comics. Like nobody really bought as much Avengers comics as they done with the X Men. So I still think there are lots of X Men fans out there, but the Avengers movie they were good, so I did like them. I find always the X Men they never got the proper treatment that they deserve as a superhero team. The animated series is pretty good. Can you imagine that? Christopher Nolan X Men. I was just rewatching The Tenant. Yeah, probably that would be pretty cool. Who knows? I don't think he's going to do another superhero movie. Christopher Nolan. You see, even that, I never understand why he went with the Superman movie when it was. I mean, X Men 3 sucked anyway. He got the role in Superman, and then he give up on the X Men. I never got that in a way, but again, maybe it was better for his acting thing. I don't know, not sure. I think he could. I think he could do something really cool. At least that's how I feel. I think he could do a really cool one, something with them, something different, a little bit more serious, more. To be honest, I wasn't a big fan of Batman Begins at the start, but then I really started to like it. And I mean, I didn't like the trailer of Batman Begins. Okay, let me check out over here. Yeah, that's true as well. Now, and let's just finish up here in the front. Yes, I still want to see the second part. I did like Ben Affleck as well. I like Robert Pattinson as well as Batman. But I want to see when the second Batman comes out, how is going that one to be. Batfleck was good as well. Okay, guys, this looks done to me now. Yeah, I know what you mean. I don't think the that movie done any service to anybody. So, guys, now here it is, the base put together, and I was mentioning before, it's a little bit of a difference between this part and this part. You can see over here, I done a different color on the brown a little bit. So I wanted this to be a little bit more brighter and more reddish. And then you can see the, what you call this, the handrails to be a little bit more darker browner kind in a way. I'm trying to make it see on the camera. So this is a little bit shiny glossy now, but I'm going to remove the shininess from it. So I want it to be a little bit different. As you can see over here as well, I done this a little bit darker, but I wanted this to stand out a little bit, so it's not just the same color all in one place. So I'm going to varnish down this one now here, and then we're going to go move on. And I'm not going to glue this together yet, but technically it's all done. Yeah, so I'm gonna apply a little bit of varnish on this and on the rest. I'm gonna hit it first with a little bit of a hair dryer, so just dry up all the paint. Yeah, and he's more an ammo Bruce Wayne as well, so we didn't see him too much of him as Bruce Wayne in the Batman. It was just a little bit here and there. Yeah, can't forget that George Clooney Batman. Especially with the bat card. Batman credit card. And the bat nipples, yeah. Who can forget the bat nipples? Nobody. I remember back the advertising around Mr. Arnold Schwarzenegger being Mr. Freeze. You know who I think he was even worse than Batman? Chris O'Donnell as Robin. And then what was the chick's name? Alicia Silverstone was Batgirl. She wasn't too good either. Yeah, I have to agree on that one. She didn't look bad. I'm just gonna finish applying the glossy varnish on the part where I was holding the base. Uh, what I'm doing lately, I'm applying a coat of glossy varnish because it looks more scratch resistant, so it gives a little bit more toughness to the varnish, and then I'll apply a satin varnish on top of this. Okay, let me put this one somewhere safe. Oh yes, I like Haley Berry, but her Catwoman was like, yeah, I don't know what she was thinking about that movie. I remember I saw that Catwoman in the cinema. Yeah, I cannot forget that experience. I have to say that. Now on these three parts, I only have to do the satin varnish. So I just have to apply it, dry it, and then come back to them. But I have to do this now before I forgot that I didn't apply the satin varnish. I just wanted to say that the she was okay in Swordfish. She did play in a James Bond movie as well, right? Which was it? Wait a second. I think I know which one. The one with Pierce Brosnan. Die Another Day. Oh, No Time to Die. Die Another Day. Die Another Day. I think. Now, guys, till those pieces are drying up, yeah, he was too tall for Wolverine as well, but I did like Hugh Jackman as Wolverine. Okay, guys, and now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna use this varnish, and this is a really special varnish. It's an ultra matte varnish, and it's from Aka Studios or whatever it's called, AK. But this is when you need something to be really, really matte. So I'm going to apply on the parts. I'm going to show it to you right now over here. So all the parts that are broken over here, the wood, I will apply this matte varnish. So it's going to be a little bit difference between the satin varnish and the pieces are broken because those are usually not shiny. So I'm going to take this and put a couple of drops in here. So again, if you guys need something to varnish, like to be really, really matte varnish, I can highly recommend this one. You still have some time, Ron. Do you have to prepare something? So this one is done. So I'm gonna do it over here on this one. And again, I'm just gonna apply it, the matte varnish, on the parts that they are broken. So I want to be a little bit different on the wood. You may not pick up this on the camera. I don't know how much the camera will pick up the varnish, but in real life it does look really cool, and it does change and adds to a lot to the sculpt. So I'm just gonna apply a little bit on all of the parts. And guys, if you just joined in, thank you very much for joining. We got a little bit in with the movies, but we were painting at the same time. It didn't happen too much, but unfortunately, this is the process of painting statues on live. And I hope all of you guys like movies and you like to talk about them. Movies are super, super fun. And thank you, Simi Simi. Ah, okay, I get it now. I get it now, Ron. You see, I didn't do that today, and my Stream Deck for some reason doesn't want to work. I'm pretty sure once I restart my PC is going to work, but I didn't check it in time, and I didn't want to restart the PC before the stream because everything was set up. So today I'm doing all of this without the Stream Deck. So it's okay, but it happens, unfortunately. Okay, and now I will have to do this on the base as well. Guys, let me know if you're working on anything specific at the moment or you're just here to enjoy the live stream. In that case, thank you very much for all of you. So at the moment, I'm applying this really matte varnish, and I'm only doing it on the edge highlights where the wood looks more broken. So looks like on Monday I'm going to work on the final part of the base, and then I'm gonna start working on Jean Grey. So till then, I will have some time to prep the rest of the model. Most of it is clean up. It's only the head left and the hair, which will be anyway the last pieces that I'm going to paint up. And the head is the only piece that it has the skin color. Okay, so all of this is done. So this part of the base, I can call it done. And let me try this one really. Oh, water. Dry this one up a little bit. now I'm going to use a little bit of silver. As you can see over in here, we have this really nice X-Men logo. So I'm going to paint up that with some silver. Thank you very much, Psycho. That was the plan, to make it look a little bit more damaged, as I'm going to use this silver. And I'm going to grab one of the good paintbrushes. Actually, let me shake it up a little bit before. Hey, welcome back, Jerry. And now let's have fun with this. This logo, it's really, really tiny. So I'm going to try my best not to mess it up. I did a couple of more small mistakes over here, but I'm going to come back with some black and then clean it up. It's not a big deal. It's really, really tiny, so it's not easy to paint up. And I'm trying to don't catch all the letters so you can see the writing on it as well. Thank you very much, guys. Much, much appreciated. Okay, 2 down, 1 to go. And now I done a couple of mistakes. I'm gonna come back with a little bit of a black and just clean it up a little bit. So I'm gonna put some black on the inside of the X. So guys, if you just joined in, thank you very much for joining. Make sure that you hit that like button. We do appreciate it a lot. Make sure you share it with your friends and family. And don't forget, I'm streaming every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So make sure that you check back in. And again, I'm working on Jean Grey from the X-Men. And this is from Polymind Studio. I did leave a link into the description if you're interested. I'm not sponsored anything like that by Polymind. This is just a statue that I really, really liked, and I'm collecting X-Men figures, so I wanted to go back to do some superheroes. So she was a fine choice that I wanted to do. And just it came to my attention that Ground Affected is doing Jean Grey as well. But as far as I know, that's a different model. He's doing the model of the month from his Patreon. So yeah, stay tuned for that. And now I'm just cleaning up the silver a little bit. And I'm gonna call this done as well. You check. Yeah, these look like they dried. So I'm gonna apply the matte varnish on these parts as well. And if some of you were not here, this is a really, really matte looking varnish. So if you want anything to look really matte, this is a really good varnish for that. And I'm going to apply the matte varnish on the parts of the wood that they look like they are broken or cracked or damaged, just to make them a little bit stand out from the rest of it, because the rest of it has a little bit of a shine to it, not too much, but just a little bit. And that's from the satin varnish. So if you will look a handrail in real life, the part that it's not damaged will have that shininess to it because of the varnish, and where it's just the wood, it will be more matte, as the matte varnish that I'm applying now. One piece is done, and we have two more to go. Now, guys, if you like what I'm doing here and you want to see more, make sure that you check out the 3D painter. He's live streaming just a little bit after I finish, and mostly he streams every day. So make sure that you check him out. At the moment, if I'm not wrong, he's going to start working back again on the Electra character that he started working before he had the Punisher commission. So make sure that check out his channel. Make sure that you check out the Grumpy Vet. He's going to start doing videos as well soon. He's working on a really cool and huge Batman at the moment. And then we have the Bean 3D. He's working on a Bumblebee from Z Studios. And that's a huge piece as well, so that's pretty cool. Make sure you check him out as well. The Swedish Forge is working on a life-size Spider-Man. And I know he almost finished it, so he has a couple of more things to do, the webs and the webbing on his costume, the black parts. And then he's going to start editing, and then he's going to post up the video. The old painter man, Chris, his channel is new on YouTube, and he's doing some amazing work. So make sure that you check him out as well. And there are lots of small channels out there. Just a couple of them top of my head. Make sure you check everybody out. Everybody has a different way of painting. So if you're in this hobby to learn, you can pick up something really, really cool. Or you can have a cool community and just have some really fun in the chat. And if I forgot someone, sorry, you're going to be in the next one. Now, I'm just applying this matte varnish just on the broken wood. If you're just checking in and wondering what I'm doing, the rest of the figure handrail, it's with satin varnish, so it does give a different look to it. Now, I'm going to try to show it off on camera, but I'm not sure how much the camera actually picks up between the two varnishes. In real life, it's really out there, so you can see the difference. I actually never saw any varnish to be as matte as this varnish is. So all these pieces are done. Only the middle piece that left to be varnish. But first on that one, I have to give a coat of the satin varnish. And it's always good to leave a little bit of a time pass between the coats of varnish. So I'm going to try to show it off camera. Try to see if it's focusing on it. So this side over here, it's really matte, and the other over here you can see has a shininess to it. I'm going to try to turn it around. I don't know how much the camera picks up, but this matte, it's really cool. It's like a proper matte varnish. And here's the mid base. As you can see, this is really, really shiny. This has just a coat of gloss varnish on it, but I'm not going to leave it like this. But I noticed with the more glossy varnish has a better protection for scratches. So what I'm doing over here, I give it a coat of glossy varnish. I leave it to dry really, really good for a couple of hours, and then I give a coat of satin varnish, so it brings everything down a little bit. It's gonna still have a little bit shininess to it, but not as much. And then I'm going to do the edges with matte varnish, so everything kind of comes together. Oh, by the way, Psycho, I don't know if you noticed. So my workstation over here, it's actually a big, huge box. So it's an IKEA furniture. I have a video of it on my Instagram, on my YouTube Shorts, and even on my TikTok. So you can go and check it out. And he has an air purifier over there as well, and then he just sucks all the paint kind of in it. It's not the ideal. I want to upgrade it now a little bit and make it a little bit more safer, I will say, to get rid of the all the fumes. So I'm gonna put on an extractor on it, and I have the window just right here, so that way is the window. And I'm just gonna drop the thing outside on the window, and then it's gonna be a little bit better. But I'm really happy how it works now. So this here is just literally my spray booth, but I'm using as my work desk as well in the same time. Yes, and the thing is, like, I always change out because I have these cutting mats under the paper, but I just put this down because this way it keeps it a little bit cleaner, so all the paint goes on it, and then every, I don't know, once a week, I just pick it up, throw it out, and put down a new one, and then kind of looks a little bit more cleaner as well. The paper helps a lot. Now I'm gonna put this together for the last time, and you can see the progress on it. Yeah, I was putting it in the wrong way. So as you can see, all the small details add a little bit here and there. So it does help out a lot. Here we go. And then this will be the final part of the base. So again, this part is really shiny now, guys. Don't mind that. I'm going to give it a different type of varnish, and then it's going to bring everything together. But this is how it looks so far. And if you want, guys, I can show you really quick the the torso and the leg of the statue itself. Now, I don't know how to show this on camera. It's quite large. So this is how it's looking so far. She has some really nice sculpture to it. So it's almost everything cleaned up. Almost everything is prepped. It's only the chest piece that has to be cleaned up a little bit more. And this is we going to start doing it on Monday. Yeah, The problem now I have, it's all the projects that I finish up, I almost have no space where to put them. I live in a big house, but slowly everything is just fills up, and I have less and less space. So yeah, if anybody interested in some of my statue, please reach out, DM me on Instagram, gambitneo1, and if you're interested in something or you want a custom figure made, we can find a solution over there. And again, guys, thank you very much for joining in. Much appreciated. But today the live stream is going to finish here. So I hope all of you have a lovely weekend, and I hope to see you back here all on Monday. And have a nice weekend, and see you on the next one. Enjoy. Thanks again, Ron. And guys, don't forget, Ron is going to start streaming in about 20 minutes. So make sure that you check out the 3D painter. He's a really cool guy. So make sure you go and check in and say hi. So thanks everyone, and see you on the next one. Have a nice weekend.